Sit, turn, tap, sit. Good boy. Ruff.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Turnbuckle Tabloid cutting a promo. Well, the day is here, everybody. I know everybody was preparing for it. I know there was rumors, there was talks, there was discussions, but apparently it's a done deal. It's in the building. AEW has signed a new deal with Warner Brothers Distribution. I know everyone is losing their shit. Everybody's losing their mind for it. Everybody's sitting there applauding like you didn't know this was going to happen. Of course, we're going to get a deal. Of course. I mean, let's be 100% here. It's for what it is, a 5-year promotion, 5-year company. They are successful. They've done far beyond which others may not believe is a lucrative company for a wrestling promotion. They've done big things on that side. Talented stars, the roster's swelled. They got an abundance of charismatic individuals, gimmicks galore, and regardless of what ratings will say through the years, they have a fan base, and that's exactly what they were shooting for, which is to make sure that they ensure a steady flow of consistent viewership with their company, and they got it. Congratulations to them. I've always said to this day, we don't want to see companies fail. We want opportunities for wrestlers to flourish. We want to see companies thrive. We want to see wrestlers have places to work and become successful and do big things on that side. I am one to say that in the early days, I had said that, yeah, let's get it going. Let's get this this machine rolling so that we could get indie stars that we believe should be on TV to be seen. Give them opportunities. Give wrestlers who are no longer on the WWE's radar anymore or just phased out or aged out opportunities somewhere else. I am one that is very much excited to see that this company can continue to grow and such. As for the deal itself, the deal on the record is said to have been a lucrative $185 million, with shows being spread upon not only on TBS and TNT, but also shows will be simulcast on Max, and the pay-per-views will be also distributed on Max as well, which helps a lot when it comes to the pay-per-views, purchases and viewerships, because they've had a really shitty time in the past few years when it came to being able to run an effective pay-per-view with a site. Bleacher Report has not been the best company to distribute pay-per-views. They've been a wash. They went to Triller TV for now, and they're gonna hold steady there, I guess, until they're able to carry over to Max. Now, as for Max, everybody believes that everything is going to be such a big and fluid transition, and which is not. Apparently, the pay-per-views will not be for release until late 2025. That is of the transitioning over to the Max and Warner Brothers distribution industry in their faculties and stuff. It's not an easy thing to do, ladies and gentlemen. Everybody thinks it's a multi-million-dollar conglomerate and it's an easy thing to do to transfer over such easily. It's so easy, and it's not. The same could be said about their library. Their library is going to be shifted over as well, and that seems to be going to take a slow roll as well. Remember when the WWE Network launched from day one, they had a bunch of hiccups. I would have said few. They had a bunch of hiccups during those times, and it didn't seem to transition well until later on down the line. And when they shifted over to Peacock, they had some issues with it as well. But now it seems a little bit more easier. Pay-per-views were really tough to watch on Peacock early on, but it seems as though they've rightened themselves out and they've been able to fix that accordingly. As for what's going on with AEW, people are celebratory. They're very happy about what's happening, and as well as they should be. On the downside for me, on twofold. Number one, I'm not a businessman, of course not. I'm just a podcaster slash somewhat professional media individual and such. But on the surface with this deal, 85 million for being able to spread yourself this thin, because you're going to be spreading yourself thin, especially with the possibilities of working with Fox as well. Seems as though the Fox AEW shockwave might be a real thing as well. I think that what we're looking at is I don't know. I think they got hosed in this deal. I really think they did. There was some that believed that this deal could have went as high as maybe 250 million. And they got it at I think Warner Brothers got it at a sweet fucking deal. They got it at a nice 185. Going to Fox might take a little of the weight off of them there. As for Fox, we're not sure where on Fox. A lot of people speculating that maybe they'll go to Tuesdays or Thursdays because now Rampage is going to be eradicated. No more Rampage. So Tuesdays and Thursdays might be an option. But one thing we know is that they will not, I believe they cannot be on the major Fox network because they won't be able to do overruns. And not sure whether or not they're only going to get an hour block as of yet. Collision and Dynamite will still be where they're at, but they'll be simulcast on Max, which, by the way, yeah, there goes the ratings. And I laugh with Ariana Not the Grande because she says, "Oh no, not the ratings. That's what the IWC pretty much deems to be the be all end all of the show." And fun to say that, they do, but so does advertisers. And I know that the IWCP loves to sit there and say, "Well, yeah, that shows what's the better show, right?" Right. But no, what we're looking at is a promotion to where we're looking at a lapse of what's happening with that structure, with that culture. We're seeing the split of the viewership, the ratings, what's going to happen with that. I mean, honestly, you're already driving in, barely 700 viewers week to week. And now with this deal, you're going to be looking at, I'm not sure how many people have Max as a subscription, but I still believe that we have a possibility to build. I don't know if that build means that we're going to do it on Max, but I do believe that you're pigeonholing yourself by doing that. Those numbers will drop ridiculously from here on out. And you're gonna lose the advertisement. I know everybody was excited because NXT did over 800,000 this past week, and congratulations to them. But that number's gonna drop ridiculously, excessively. It's not gonna hold steady. I know the CW, excuse me, on the CW Was very happy to see that, but they're not gonna hold steady. It's not gonna be there for too long. I believe that they'll balance out. They'll get back to their usual numbers. They'll probably be around the 750, maybe 650 uh, viewership range, which is typical for CW. The one thing that's going for them now is that they've changed their ratings. The ratings is now plus 14, so that could hopefully bring. I thought it was going to stay family friendly because the CW can be a little thing, a little touchy here and there, but seems as though that these days that now they're gonna go full blown with it, which is cool. Okay, I want to see how that sexy red performance is gonna be on the fucking NXT on the CW. Yikes. Uh, once again, but as for AEW, um, it's touch and go with how everything's gonna roll out from here on out. Um, I like I said, want to see it flourish. I want to see if maybe that Shockwave show is going to end up on maybe FS1, one of the Fox sports shows. That seems to be a better fit for the for that type of show. They have yet to release what kind of show is going to be. What's going to be a type? Is it going to be another Rampage? Is it going to be a recap show? Is it going to be a behind the scenes? They have yet to announce what that is, so we shall see. Um, Tony has been able to been able to retain all the copyrights and trademarks to the other names that he had, such as AEW Dark. So maybe down the line he can bring that out as well. And so far, the roster seems happy. Everybody seems to be on the up and up with it. I think um, they're gonna need a big announcement or debut or return to help launch all this put together. And I've been saying for the longest that big debut is going to be Shane McMahon. I really believe Shane is going to pop up there, especially after what I've seen in and what I watched with the documentary. There's a lot of there's a lot going on with that relationship between Vince and Shane. So I would not be surprised to see a McMahon pop up on a rival promotions and just throw a middle finger at his dad. That would not surprise me at all. But I'll discuss that more down the line. I'm going to be doing a review of the Netflix docuseries of Mr. McMahon. So keep an eye out for that on the New York Wrestle Media Network. The network, ladies and gentlemen. The network. So as I mentioned, this deal, it's a good look for them. I still think, like I said, they were shortchanged. I think that Tony Khan was able to get what he can get. I think down the line, he's probably looking for the big run of money, which maybe he could have gotten now, but WBD just was like, yeah, we're not gonna put too much forward onto this until we see something change. And once you got the networks really involved and backing you, once that happens, you're really gonna be in a pinch. We saw what happens when Time Warner did to WCW. I know WBD has said that they've been very hands off when it comes to the AEW product and the creative and what's been deemed, but we've also seen that they're cutting down on the profanity, the the dangerous spots as what they would do week to week are not as ridiculously done as they used to be. Although this past week we did see someone get hanged again on the rope, and I'm like, I get it. His name is Hangman, so we're gonna hang everybody off the top rope. Got it, no problem. But it's still gonna be a dilemma that they're going to be under the thumb of Warner Brothers distribution, regardless of what you say. They're invested now. They're in, and we now have to see how this plays out. I believe that they had mentioned that the first for 2025, AEW is going to be looking to make a revenue of 85 million. Good for them. But to me, they could have made a shit ton more. And you better hope the advertisers stay in play. You know, you better hope that thing still is running accordingly. The one thing that I would like to say is that if they do bring in Shane as a character, they might need to bring in Shane as a possible body behind the business as well. Listen, what's more funny to see than two sons of billionaires working together for a fucking wrestling company? That's just it's insane. Let Shane come in, make an investment, and go head to head with his brother-in-law in that crew. Hell, let Stephanie come back. That should be even fucking hilarious. Hell, they're already talking about Brock Lesnar's on the roster again, so who knows? Shit could you never know this day and age. But with that being said, I'm gonna close out this segment, and we have much to talk about. We're gonna be doing, of course, as always, our wrestling rundown, our news segment. Much to talk about there as well. But I just wanted to give you my insights on my thoughts on the AEW deal. And also in our rundown segment, we're definitely going to do a review of Bad Blood. So keep your ears out for that. And other than that, don't go anywhere, guys. Stick around. Much to talk about. And I'll, as always, check you guys in a sec.
2, 1, 0. All engine running. Liftoff.
Sit, turn type, sit. Good boy. Ruff.